Today, as President Muhammadu Buhari launches the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan, can the blueprint jumpstart the ailing Nigerian economy and get Nigeria out of the economic quagmire? The nation starts to look at President Buhari's implementation of his recovery plan. And to what looks like another trouble brewing, some APC leaders come after suspended Kano federal lawmaker Honorable Abdulmumin Jibrin, this time because of what he said on Twitter about the president. His comments is causing an uproar in the party in Kano State. That's our focus tonight on the program. Many thanks for joining in, everyone. This is Politics Today live on Channels Television. I'm Sheon Kimbaloye in Lagos. So many issues to bring to your table tonight. Just stay glued to your television for this half hour or so you get up to date. Now let's begin by telling you about some of the things which happened today at the National Assembly. Let me ask you a sincere question. Would you subscribe to federal lawmakers impeaching a state governor? I mean, people in the National Assembly. Well, there was a major motion for consideration in the amendment of the Constitution today. Lawmakers in the House of Representatives stood down a recommendation in the amendment of the 1999 Constitution in the removal of a state governor or his deputy. The lawmaker kicked against the bill sponsored by Representative Edward Pwajak and Representative Ali Issa, which sought to amend Section 11, subsection 4 of the 1999 Constitution. The proposed amendment was withdrawn after a debate in which some lawmakers described the bill as impractical, an attempt to give the National Assembly too much powers. Take a listen.
Mr. Speaker, a situation may arise one day where the governor himself may be the one that will instigate the crisis that will warrant us invoking the power to remove the House of Assembly. Then he will sit down there and be the beneficiary, and then we'll be powerless and impotent in doing anything about it. Mr. Speaker, we think that let's go back to the decision where it was in 1979.
The powers that the National Assembly currently has to temporarily, and that's the emphasis of the word, temporarily take over powers of the House of Assembly should not extend to, as the bill is saying, removal of a governor or a deputy.
We already have the power given to us by the Constitution to remove Mr. President, to remove the Vice President. Now to seek power to start removing state governors, then this bill wants the National Assembly members to become omnipotent. And anybody who has problems with his governor, go home and settle it. To say that we should come here and be removing some people's governor for them, it's not going to happen.
If that recommendation goes through and that motion passed, that means that the Green Chambers or the National Assembly will be dreaded for the governors. We hope how that pans out in the end. I think that was shut down. Well, after yesterday's crucial meeting of the APC National Working Committee with the Senate caucus, some strong statements are beginning to emerge. The party leadership today has warned Professor Sage to stop making comments against the Senate, since he is an appointee of the president and for the interest of peace. The party says, in furtherance of the All Progressives Congress efforts to resolve the rift between the executive and the National Assembly, the APC urges all government appointees to stop making statements that may further worsen the relationship between the two arms of government and derail the party's effort to make peace. The party went further to say specifically the party urges Professor Issa Sage, senior advocate of Nigeria and the chairman of the Presidential Advisory Committee Against Corruption, to exercise restraint and desist from making utterances that may be misconstrued as an attack on the institution of the National Assembly. Well, now, to the courts now. A director of administration at the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Christian Nwosu, today pleaded guilty to a charge of receiving 30 million naira for the purpose of manipulating the outcome of the 2015 general elections. He received the sum of a total of 264 million allegedly used by the former Minister of Petroleum, Diezani Alison Madueke, to bribe some of officers of the electoral body ahead of the conduct of the elections. The FCC prosecutor, Rotimi Oyedepo, told the court that this money is a small fraction of a larger sum of $115 million, which the former petroleum minister allegedly diverted. Mr. Oyedepo also told the court that Mr. Nwosu confessed to the commission of the offense and opted for a plea bargain. The INEC director has also given useful information to the FCC and surrendered the title document of a landed property he acquired with the funds for $25 million in Delta State, with another $5 million already recovered from his account. The $5 million has been kept in the anti-graft agency's account domiciled with the Central Bank of Nigeria, the CBN. At first, he blew a whistle. Now, away from that. In the first place, he blew a whistle on the alleged padding of the 2016 budget. And now it led to the suspension in the House of Representatives. This time around, he may be in trouble, as it appears some leaders of the party are now after him. They want him suspended from the party. Honorable Abdulmimi Jibrin was the subject of discussion in Kano State at an APC leaders meeting earlier today. All Progressives Congress in Kano State, Northwest Nigeria, has received a petition from Kiru Bebeji constituency regarding the recent statement made by a member of the Federal House of Representatives, Abdulmimi Jibrin, on President Muhammadu Buhari. The constituency is asking the state leadership of the party to punish him in accordance with the party's constitution. Receiving the letter, chairman of the party in Kano State, Abdullahi Abbas, says the party and government of Governor Abdullahi Ganduje are not happy with the statement made by the lawmaker, as they see it as a disrespect to the president and the party that elected him into office. But from what it looks like on the day, it looks like a huge support from Honorable Jibrin's constituency, and his local support base came for him. And those who allege that the petitions are concocted, they say that they are behind the Honorable and are saying the leaders should allow him be. Well, now, to our major story of the day. After several weeks of informal release and consultations, President Muhammadu Buhari today officially launched the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan. The president says his administration is tackling the nation's economic challenges